Hey guys, Stealth here, and welcome back for episode 14. We're going to see what is happening with Pyongyang and Tanchon. Some people in chat are saying that the group from Tanchon is going to go into Kaesong because it's empty. I personally think it's going to attack Pyongyang. At the very least, the Flying Dragon unit will. Because they are there to be tasked with extracting the Supreme Leader from Pyongyang. So, with all of my units having already moved or having been put on R&R, not all of them, actually, there is not a whole lot for me to do this turn. I just want to see how it goes. I just want to see what they do. Turn 12. Yep, here they come. Although it is one tank regiment? No, it's not just one tank regiment. Oh, they're attacking in Tanchon. This is another thing that I was actually hoping for. Because from over here, they're going to have to either spam their tanks from Tanchon or from Kilju. If they're moving from Kilju all the way over to here, which is something that I'm going to try to enforce, then all of those tanks, which are very, very dangerous units, will be forced to show side. And when they're showing their side armor, they're exceptionally vulnerable. The problem is that there is a very high likelihood that they spawn in Tanchon and just rush over to Wonsan. I do really like to keep Wonsan, so I'm going to let those tanks come in close and then try to take them out with the infantry that I have. And that means that the smalls are going to be doing work up close. I also have the US Marine Raiders, which also have the small, US Marines Heavy, which have the small, UDT SEALs, which have the PZF-3. So with these, I should have enough. I have no air support, unfortunately. And I also lack anti-air. That's going to be a problem. The anti-air that I have is 4 Stingers. That's not really going to impress them too much. Because it seems like they definitely brought out most of their air force. J7H, Q5D, J11, J31 Snowy Owl, J7BG1, or BGI, and the J16. So there's going to be no shortage of air targets. I hope that the SRB-90s, these things cannot engage airplanes. The Skjolds can, but the Skjolds Coasters, they cannot get in too close. I am mostly at the mercy of their air power. Oh, I can use the Super Cobra, because AIM 9Ms. Now, it might look like it's going to be an easy fight, because I have all of these units which have all their ATGMs. But keep in mind that, thanks to Ashen Shadows, these tanks now have APS, which means that any ATGM that gets fired at them has a very high likelihood of being defeated by the Afghanite or the Reflex or Arena system. Sorry, not the Reflex. Any of those APSs will kill my ATGMs. So I'm going to have to let these guys close in and then wipe them out in Wonsan at very close range. And in the meanwhile, hope that my SRB-90s can get there fast enough. This is going to be a tricky one. I could deploy the M1A1 Tusks behind the infantry. Yes, I can do that. There is just one problem with that theory. If I deploy them behind my infantry, so let's say I have infantry over here and the Tusks over here, then the Tusks and the enemy tanks are going to be firing at each other at point blank range. That is too dangerous for my units. Because then a 50-point tank can easily defeat a 160-point tank. Now the Tusks that I have, or the M1A1 FEPs and the Tusks, they're very good tanks. Lots of firepower, lots of armor, but they're very expensive. So I'm going to be quite careful with bringing those in, and only bring them in if I want to actually make a move, if I want to start pushing. Now, ships. These are going to be, well, not the primary damage dealer, but definitely a centerpiece of my strategy here. Let's send in 2 LCUs right from the go. How about the Marines? Marines are shock troops, 15-man squads. They come in the LVTP-71s or the ACV. Marine Raiders in the LV-25A2, which is an LV-25 with a seemingly improved Bushmaster cannon. These I'm not going to use. These are 48 points each. These are 49 points each. These are 37 points each. I'm not going to be using the LVTP-7A1s anyway, because it's just a mass of armor coming my way. Now, I said ambush, so I'm not going to take this building nor that building, because if I engage a tank at the bridge, and they have 40 more tanks coming down this way, they will immediately wipe out the Marines. If I take this building, they're going to come over the bridge, and in a very short period of time, the bridge will be entirely clogged with units. This is the only bridge that they can use if they want to go through here. The alternative for them is to go all the way over here and then try to attack. But in my experience, the AI generally is not that smart. And I'm very much counting on them not being that smart today. If they are, then I hope that the STRB-90s can make their lives miserable as they're maneuvering out in the open. As for AA, I am expecting airstrikes. So I'm going to deploy my AA, but deploying them is inherently risky, because these are really the only spots that I have where I might be able to do some damage if they're coming out of Tanchon. And that is the strategy that I'm operating under. Let's go for a cheap Suzak Day reconnaissance unit here. I also want a Suzak Day in there. Artillery is only the M110s. Helos, again, Helos and other HGM vehicles are going to be quite difficult because of those APS systems. Deploy TACOM. I won't be in range from over here, so it's not going to be effective. I am going to deploy a couple of Marines just here, just to see if they come across this bridge I can still stop them. And I would like to get a reconnaissance unit in these hills over here, so that's going to be a Navy SEALs group. Airborne, please. Does leave me with a lot of points, but sometimes it's, in my opinion, better not to spend all your points and make sure that you actually have a way of controlling all the units that you do, or that you have, instead of just consistently buying more and more and more. Because the more units you have, the less efficient your micro becomes, and with a less efficient micro, your entire game suffers, and in fact you lose more units. Alright, let's launch. Okay, so they did capture that. All the LVTPs drop off. And with the exception of you, fall back. Darkhawk over there. Unload and get out. Everybody occupied buildings. Here come the BUs. I'll keep 2 of these street spot over there, and the rest of you go up the river. Both LCUs up there. KAV. Oh. Looks like I'm going to get company sooner than I had expected. Hold on, you can see that, can you? Oh, but not too well. Not too well. Here they come. Here they come. The ZTZ-88s, not armed with APS. The surrounding vehicles are. Which means that regardless of if some of the other tanks are not armed with the APS, the T-72BU will cover for them. Don't fire. You're just there as an observer. No, you're an observer. Well, you were. Not anymore. Whoa, gentlemen. You're just firing out 1 Tunguska. Or 2. It might be a little too much honor if you're gonna poke them with 4 Hellfires. Good work. Oh. Fall back. You're in range. And that's those thumps that you hear. That's the APS. Stop with the LCUs. Get those boats out of here. Ow. Survive. So far they're not crossing the bridge. If only I had those Atacams over here. Let's call in a reconnaissance unit again. Looks like these might be in range. Ooh, that hurt. I still have all 4 of them, but they're not really unscathed after that. Okay. Boat's already done 400 points of damage. Yep. That's just the start. That's a bit early, Marines. I need them to come in closer. The beauty of it is, I have them boxed in. If they come in over this bridge, I'm going to be either hitting them from this side, so they angle their frontal armor to me here, exposing their side armor there. That's when these Marines push in. They do the alternative, they go for these Marines push in. And they are just completely fucked. That's the APS. Fortunately, those tanks don't coordinate APS strikes. And because of it, they tend to run out rather quick. Alright, now they're close. Here it comes. I might take some Marine losses here, but I'm just trying to cloak the bridge as quickly as I can. Here come the airplanes. J7H. Good damage, but not a kill. Marines have taken quite a beating here. Good work. Now I can fall back. Disappear into the town. See, that took out about half the bridge. And because of that, it's going to be increasingly difficult for them to cross that bridge. Doesn't mean they'll stop trying. They will definitely keep trying. Already could be useful. The M110s? I'm not really sure when. That's kind of the problem, the M110s. They're not very accurate guns. They only deliver very high HE packages. Not going to use them. So far I have a decent roadblock up here. With just the STRBs. And again, you can see that these tanks are trying to shoot down as many ATGMs as they can. And it's working. But at some point, one of them is going to go through. There's one down. Oh, you can see them, can you? Fall back a little bit more. Never take your tanks into a town without support. If you do, then you're just making it easy.
If the enemy is in range, so are we.
That's exactly what they're doing right now. Smoking the infantry. Don't have any mortars. The biggest gun I got is the M110.
What can the infantry do for
You can see those, can you? Interesting. Let's not. Oh! Why don't you drive your anti-air units into town? See how that works.
Sir, yes, sir.
Come on. All Marine groups are ready to go. Just need the Stingers a little bit out of harm's way. Looks like the bridge is almost entirely clogged.
Sir, yes, sir.
Which is exactly what I was going for. Nice try, guys. Let me know how those tanks are working out for you. So far, I think you're kind of regretting not sending in the infantry with them. Not that they have a lack of trying, because these tanks just keep coming, and these Navy SEALs up here just keep telling me what's coming in. The problem is I cannot really push in. If I do, it's going to be a slugfest. I can, however, transport my tanks across here if I want to. It's going to take a little bit of maneuvering, but I can get a couple of marine groups upriver and use the LCMs as ferries. That's a really expensive tank. You sure you want to risk that?
Platoon is formed and ready.
Another small right to the front. And he's down. Shot down an aircraft. That struck the Marines, but the Marines are fine. This guy's annoying, though. Ow. Damn it, I wiped out all my stingers. I just have no AA left. Oh dear. Let's send some LCUs. For some reason, it seems like they are reconsidering where to go. And now moving with their tanks closer to my SDRBs. Hold. Oh, there's a structure in the way. Don't get too close, boys. Because otherwise they might actually start shooting back at you. And you don't want that to happen. Damn, somebody got a cluster bomb. I need a spotter here.
Okay, what's the ball?
It's just firing ATGMs at whatever I can spot. And so far I am staying out of their range. And so far the APS tanks are not covering for the ones that don't have APS. So it's just one big butchery. It's not like these guys weren't already elite. You're now getting a little too close. See, this is what the Chinese do. They overwhelm. And then even a ZTZ-59, also known as a Type 59, can be quite dangerous. It can mess up your boats. Here they come. Let's give these guys a chance to do some damage. Marines are here. It's another 14-point tank.
The enemy is in range, so are we.
Here comes the air power. Winchestered. I'm just... Oh. They're trying to hit the tanks. One panicked, one worried, two perfectly calm. And we are getting side shots. So get to work. This is not helping. Call the tanks back. Send in another quad. Quad, squad, whatever, group. So far I lost, I think, about 40 points.
Platoon is formed and ready.
Comparative to their 3,500. Get over here.
Just spit it out.
Get fixed. Whoa! Don't look at the bridge for a second and they overwhelm it. Jesus, get in the building.
Platoon is formed and ready.
I have to seriously get in some more Marines. These are the cheapest ones. And that's how you do it. I'm sure they're trying to fire back, and yes, they're doing some damage, but it's nothing too severe. Although those airstrikes are really starting to piss me off. At least they're making it easy to kill their anti-air.
Okay,
Okay, LCMs are coming in. Here's the next quad stack of tanks. The other quad stack is still healing up. Let's see what tanks are available. You're available. And you and you. Okay. Uh-oh. Yep, they're firing ATGMs at the LCMs. That's a bit of a problem.
Sir, yes, sir. You've got something for me?
What's your range? 2275. Oh, Jesus! I just lost 3 of those M1A1s. Ow.
Yes, sir. Elfwyn comes down to the infantryman and his wife.
Let me guess, you don't have an APS. No, they don't. That was painful. Yep, CV spotted, you're right. Now, see, that is a target that the M110s could be useful against. Just lost a Marine group. This T-72BU needs to go.
The infantryman and his wife.
How's that bridge looking? Not for like a trying.
You've got something for me?
Okay. So, I think they started out at about, damn it, 9,500 points. Currently, they're sitting at 4.5. So you'd arguably think that I wiped out 5,500 points in armor.
Okay, what's the for?
That's quite the impression. That's quite the damage. M110s. Do me a favor, try to kill that tank. Or the CV. What is this? Get out! I'm not sure how they were able to see the Marines without the Marines seeing the tank.
If the enemy is in range,
But
so are we.
I just needed it gone.
At the ready, sir. You've got something for me?
All of those things are firing ATGMs at me.
Yes, sir.
Fortunately, so far, most are not hitting. But I cannot guarantee that that's going to stay that way. We had a Comanche over here.
Let's hope the enemy don't have any air defense.
The sector is no longer captured. But that doesn't have to say anything yet. Oh yeah, you're right. I completely forgot about Maricon over here. They recapped it.
Are you talking to me? Just spit it out.
The smokescreen should keep these guys safe for a bit. Ooh, stunned.
Just spit it out.
See, this is why I was not looking for a slugfest. Because the chances of me actually getting good shots off are not that good. Come on. Alright, I'm just gonna have to pull this tank back a little. I'm gonna have to be AFK for like 10 seconds to let my cat back in. Wargame things. Alright, that's better. He was loudly complaining.
Just spit it
At
out.
least I could hear him, but you guys probably couldn't.
Are you talking to me?
Oh, we're now engaging in a slugfest against the T9 TAM, but there is not really any favorable odds here. This should be a standard feature for Wargame. Have smoke dispensers on your tanks. They save lives. And a lot of them. It's like a tower defense game. Yeah, it is. In a sense, yeah. How is this boat consistently not getting hit? It already had like 3 or 4 HGMs fly over it, and it just didn't get hit. It's another 142. You guys need a heal. You guys are fine. This one needs repairs. I still have a fresh tag. Oh, whoa! Oh, no, we're not doing that.
Okay, what's the deal?
These guys are too far away from the fob to be useful. Alright. ECM, yeah, that's what I was thinking when this boat was not getting hit by an ATGM. So now I say that, and naturally, the next second it gets hit. These boats don't even have ECM. They don't have stealth. They don't really have anything that's explaining why they're not getting hit. I think it might just have been RNG. That's really the only thing that I could explain it away with. RNG. I got lucky, and I didn't get hit. Oh no. Yeah, the artillery units are getting detected. And it's all courtesy of that RBO over there. Keep getting reports of US Marines being destroyed, but I don't even know where. Oh, here. That's the Marines at the back of the line. Oh, by the way, FOBs have been increased in size. Apparently, they're now 25,000. That's probably a good thing. Seeing as the missiles are a lot more expensive. Uh-oh. Lost one. Boom. 80% of points. I still need 1,000. That should be doable. Or still need 2,000. Not just one. It's another kill. See, these things are all popping at 142 points. This is a 19.5 point tank. There you go. 1,569 points left. Do I have anything that has potentially better range? Yeah, let's bring in a Sea Cobra. I know it won't kill the T90M, but I need the reconnaissance unit to be going. Because that thing is currently doing a heck of a lot of spotting. I emptied 4 LCUs between those STRB-90s. Which means that I've fired similar pricing of 40,000 points of Hellfires.
If the enemy is in range, so are we.
Damn, you can see that tank? It's another one. 1,300 points left.
What can the infantry do for you, sir?
Jump on this guy.
Sir, yes, sir.
See, he has nowhere to go. He has no good way to orient his frontal armor.
The enemy is in range, so are we.
Next, 1,000 points left. Come on.
Yes, sir.
You seem worried about something, but you're not damaged. You have all your ammo. What's the problem?
Orders, sir.
Cobra just got killed. Yeah, I know. I saw the aircraft come in. Not a heck of a lot I could do about it. Annoying mostly, but
Bring it on.
don't think I could really do something about that. I was expecting a pretty hefty air response, which is why I didn't go for a more expensive aircraft. A more expensive helo with that.
Unit formed and ready.
This bridge is just littered with corpses. There's no way those tanks are still getting through. Yeah, let's back into the enemy. What are you doing? Trying to park? La-di-da, and he just walks right into all the dead tanks. The slugfest isn't working out for either tank. Oh, good kill. I think he might have been maneuvering. He's routing. No, he's not. And now come the super heavies, the Armatas. 172 points, 25 AP, 24 frontal armor, 11 rounds of minute rate of fire. Comes with an autocannon, an Afghanit active protection system, and a smoke dispenser. Good fun. Good fun. The STRBs did a heck of a job here. But they are all empty. I just need one tank to be, well, either brave or stupid enough to get close. Hold on, I thought I was hitting this thing with the M110s. Apparently I only did 1 point of damage. Alright, let's finish off the Armata and make that the last kill. There you go, 172. Alright. The tank regiment's destroyed, and so is the air defense company. 10,067 points in kills. My losses, 991. Mostly thanks to losing the M1A1 FEPs. My artillery units were also quite expensive. Some units of marines, and aside from that, one Stridsboot. That's it. But that took them out at the knees. That lost them 135 tanks. And thanks to them losing all of it, it actually lost them even more. That was just a butchery. Run. Okay, so they're in Pyongyang. But they're not attacking. Explain that one to me. It's the Legion. It's the special dragon unit. It's 96 tanks. And it's the AA. If I can spot them early on, and I probably can, then I'm going to rain death on them with all of my cluster bombers. It's just going to be that easy. It's just going to be all the cluster bombers. And I have a lot of them. I have 57 planes on this map. So the ones that are going to come in are these. F-35B with the CBU 87 Bravo. Let's get to work. This is going to be... It's going to be either a tough fight if I let the enemy dig in, or it's going to be over incredibly quickly as those... where are they? The F-35Bs come in. Alright, I have 6 of them. If they spawn in all their tanks here, and there's a very good chance that they do, then I am not going to survive that. So, for this operation, I'm going to let them take these buildings if they want to. But I'm not going to take them I'm not going to let them take the others. And aside from that, anti-air is going to be critical, because there is bound to be a lot of helicopters coming from over there to here. And they are going to be coming in angry. So let's have the Mistral over here. Is this... Yeah, just the unit icon is wrong. Oh no, I have a quad stack. That's a bit much. You go over here. Now those tanks are pretty dangerous. But they are not very dangerous in the sense that they were previous. The previous battle group was far more destructive than the one that I'm facing right now. And I still have my 42 very much trained Kutai. I just need to find a good building for them to hide in. And I think we're going to have to be doing urban warfare again. Just to let these guys come in close and then butcher them. This is an ideal range for the legionnaires to be in. I also want a couple more command units. Here and there. That should keep my income going. And now, potentially the trickiest part. Spotting the whole bunch without being immediately wiped out. A ninja has good stealth. So he might be able to do it. And let's call in one elite Beho over here. Okay, here we go. Just attack in the general vicinity. Drop off everything. Holy crap. That was 6 cluster bombers, just going to town on whatever I could find. Not really picking any specific targets. There's an incursion over in the north. Get those VBCIs away. Although, with the Giat M811 autocannon, they might actually be very good weapons against helos. Where are you all going? I need to know what those helos over there are up to. And I need to intercept that guy. Who can we send to do that? This guy. F-35A. This is your target. Where are you going? If you're going back to North Korea, or China, you're going the wrong way. Because that's that way. Yep, killed the command vehicle. Excellent. Looks like that Beho is about to get put to work. Ninja scored another kill. Here's another set of helos inbound. This time from a different angle. Southern approach. I'm sorry, but this is just too easy. If I hit this with a cluster bomb, there's a good chance that all of those helos will detonate. Because of the altitude at which the bombs just... There you go. Here come the tanks, or at least some of them. You can see that they are trying to defend themselves, doing a little bit of damage with the smoothbore, with the machine gun. But it's, well, it's not half-assed, it's just not enough. Crossfire between the Behos. I do want to get the Griffon out of here. Because they're going to clutter my win-loss ratio. Not a chance. Not a chance. Oh, and I also have all of my super armor. K2 Pips, Leclerc XLR. What? I just need to call those in. What are you doing? I know you're a special dragon unit, but I thought you meant like special forces, not special. Or is this just some sort of next level tactic that he's using? I don't know. Let's call another F-35A. Because there seems to be a maneuver of tanks, for some reason heading over to Juliet. This is what they do. They drop bombs. And they murder tanks. The only problem that I have with the F-35A is that it's a little too trigger happy. They tend to drop bombs, but they tend to all drop them at the exact same target. Which makes them a little bit less effective than they could be. Which is also why the cluster bombers generally get more kills. Ow. Oh. What are you doing? Hey, down there. I think it's time to send in some tanks. Let's go and have a look. Yeah, that is a lot of armor. Which I'm not quite going to be able to easily kill. Unless they're right on top of me. So let's fall back a little. Whoa. There's a bit more AA there than I'd expected. I thought I could kill them. Turns out I cannot. I cannot just outfly them. Mistrals, we have aerial targets for you. Kutai, you're gonna have to keep the town safe. Wipe out some tanks. And in the meanwhile, I'll bring in some Legion. Because they're also quite good at short range and they can take a beating. And so Chongsu Vanguard. Legion are dangerous. They are really not good for the health of my units. Mistrals are about to run short on ammo. I hope I'm not going... Uh-oh. Those need to go. Yesterday. That's very dangerous, having 80 GM helos this close. Kutai. I need you to wipe out that tank, thank you. You gotta give him credit, these guys are definitely trying to get that CV over there. This one has flown all the way over the map. Looks like the K2s are about to get to work. Drop off. Hope that you get into the safety of the cover here. Shit. The HOTS have to go. Let's call in for the Clairs. So far the APSs are doing the best they can, but it's getting a bit much. Let's get another short arrow in here. And a Kotal. And the Kutai are going to have to step up their game. Kill some more armor. Armor, get in here. Jesus, that wiped out 25 guys almost instantly. And I just lost another aircraft because I kept it circling. I need to try and find out what is in there and what sort of AA they have, and then take it out. I'm going to send in a semi-sacrificial Mirage 2000. It's not something actually shooting at me here. Doesn't mean there's nothing there, though. Okay, I lost all the Kutai there. They're about to wipe out the rest of the forces here. There's that one. Trying to watch these Leclercs perform. Damn, that's a lot of firepower here. I already lost one Leclerc. Yeah, that's the point that is shooting all my units. PGZ-95s, and they're not radar guided, so I can't find them. Ah, Leclercs are even getting butchered. Using tanks here is tricky. Using infantry might be a better option. Just going up close. I'm gonna have to try and get them there. So that's gonna be the job of the smoke screens over here. Come on, Legionnaires. There's targets in front of you. Get to work. Well, they still haven't captured Dongjin. That should wipe out one of those PGZs. Oh. Not a good day for the Air Force. That's for sure. Not a good day for the Kuta either. Just too much armor here. Legions are going to go, and then my infantry is going to take over these buildings. We're going to sort of surround the tanks that are closing in. Or at least attack them from so many different angles that, again, they don't know where to look. Let's keep putting up smoke screens. Another K2. Oh. That's a weird place for Legion. Looks like it might not be the only one, though. Ooh. That hurt. Uh-oh. Good work. What exactly do you have here? What is so dangerous? Those helos are really starting to get my infantry down. You're a VBCI, you still have good anti-air. Your Vanguard, you can take them out. I also need to do something about the influx of Legion Heavy before they reach the town. Once they reach the town, it gets much more difficult to kill them. Damn it, I lost another tank over there. These guys are almost out of missiles. We're all firing at one section of Legion. Oh damn, they're going right for the command. And of course, being the AI, they know where it is. And they are not fucking around. Lose that command infantry. Yep. Seems like I kind of stemmed the flow of the units a little bit. Not by a whole lot. I think that most of the tanks are out of play. He said as another tank came in. Come on. Shoot the damn thing. Good. Oh. So that's where your CV is. I somehow send in more supplies here? I'll use theirs. I have 39 cargoes in this battle group. Those are not even my tank, or not my units. Oh, that was the last CV? Nah. It was. Interesting. Didn't think I'd actually killed all the command vehicles. Okay. That was a lot of losses. 2,800. That hurt. I think all the battle groups were refit before that battle. Lost one infantry. Well, infantry CV, that is. 2 Sochung-su Vanguard, 2 Legionnaires, 8 Mistrals, 7 Kutai, 8 support units. Short arrows, Leclerc anti-aérien, Cortal, 3 Leclercs, 4 K2 pips. These K2 pips have been through hell and back, and they get killed off by a couple of medium Chinese tanks. And helos. Speaking of which, what killed the K2s? One tank? Another tank? Another tank? Leclerc? Tank? Tank? Starting to see a pattern here. Yeah, tank on tank warfare did me in. That was the problem here. Well, at the very least, they're out. It was destroyed. So now they're rushing back to Tanchon. Now I might be able to hit them, but I'm going to be doing that next episode. Thank you for watching this one. Hope you thought the battle was exciting there in Pyongyang. I thought it was going to last longer than it did. Didn't think I was going to be able to snipe that last CV. But sometimes you get lucky. Anyway, see you soon for the next one.